All right, guys, it's September 4th, 2021, and we are looking at the evening update. What is going on, my friend? What is going on, my friends? Crypto Jim here, back with another edition of the daily live stream. Okay. Have you talked to James at the water cooler? Let's talk wave structure, guys. Look at that. Look at all these lines all over the chart. Let's take some time and break that down a little bit, because that'd be a good, a really good, little lesson here. Let's talk. Let's talk about it. We talked about it this morning, but now we get in the finality of it. And I'll just clear the chart, clear the drawings. Okay. So this morning on Bitcoin, we were looking at this flat. We talked about the 335 that we got right here. So let's just remind ourselves how we got three waves. We measure those three waves with the fib extension tool. You see where the three wave came. It came right to the 1414. Boom, right there in the pocket for a 3, and a 5. It's a beautiful flat. It's a gorgeous flat. What kind of flat is it? Is it regular, or is it expanded, or is it running? That should be a softball for anybody that wants to slam it out of the park. Regular, expanded, or running flat? Which one is it?
Extended.
Yeah, it's a regular flat. It didn't break the low. It came back 100% or just short of it. So that's a regular flat. Very good. All right. Looking at the next wave structure, we begin to look at the 5s and 3s, and we could readily see we got a 3-wave move there. We can readily see a 3-wave move right there, and then we see a 5-wave move right there. So that's another 3, 3, 5. That's another flat. This time, and we label flats with an ABC, 3, 3, 5. But this time, the B wave came beyond the origin of A. That means, what kind of flat is that one? Regular, expanded, or running?
Expanded?
Yeah, it's expanded because here's the way you remember it expanded beyond the origin of A. So it went beyond it. So it's an expanded flat. Yeah, very good. All right, so that we got a 3-wave there, a 3-wave down. Okay, now what are we getting? Well, what we got was a 3-wave up. This is where we were this morning, right in this range, and I was like looking at, okay, we got 3. This was looking like 3. I was looking for another 3-wave up like that to get another third wave, and that would be a 3, 3, 3. And that was kind of the TA that I was looking at for my number 1. But once we came down and did this, okay, it became clear that they doubled this up. In other words, they had a 3 here, we had a 3 there. Okay, and then they gave us another 3 again. Let's look at the nature of these 3s here to put those together. Okay, so this one's really easy. We got just a nice zigzag right there. Nothing to it. It looks like a 5, 3, 5. So we label that with an ABC. And guys, all we're doing is looking at the wave shape, okay, and the wave count. Okay. Now, this next one's kind of tricky here. Let's look at it. We got a 3 there. Okay, this little 3 right there, and then we got 3 right there. What's that? That's a 3, a 3, and a 3. What do we call that guy? Anybody who's watching has the answer on the screen.
XYZ.
That's a WXY. No such thing as an XYZ, but I like it. Elmo.
It was at the end, so you know.
It's a 333, and that's a WXY. And if you measure that extension all by itself as a corrective wave, you can see it came to the 1414. If you measure this wave right here, you came to the 1414. Every one of these waves are coming in the corrective pocket beautifully, guys. And so this is how I was tracking it today. So we got just a bunch of corrective waves. This is a correction that's happening right now. It's a complex correction, and you see the difficulty here. Why they can make it difficult, because they could have taken it up from here, but instead they brought it down before they brought it up. Okay, and I'm in my long in this range. What's my current? 49,963 is my current DCA. So somewhere in this ballpark right there is where my long is, and I just held it, and I added a couple positions down here, and one at the bottom there, and one there, small, but I added a little to the position there, just because I was just seeing that all this, just watching these waves, and they're all three waving. So I love it when we get three waves, because you can really track very well where this thing might be going. So we got a couple of ideas now. I don't think this is A, B, C, and we're finished. And now, and now we're going up. But let's at least consider that as a possible three-wave move that's finished, and we could be up. It's why it behooves you to be long right now. It's why I am currently long. Okay, I want to ride this wave up, and if it looks like it's going to reverse about where I think it's going to reverse, then it'll be a good trade, and then I'll go short. However, if it looks like it's going to keep on rocking, I might hold this a little while, and for a higher high. We'll see. That being said, now let's look and see let's start putting all these threes together. Okay, so the first three that we see. We got this 3 here, so we're going to start there, 3. Now we're looking at this as 3, 3, and 3, so that all of that is three waves. So that's our next one. Okay, so which direction is the next wave? Well, it's up, right? Now, how should we label that based on the wave count? Does anybody know? And based on the wave structure, what this middle wave did, how should we label it? Anyone? Bueller? Okay, I'll highlight the count for you. We got 3 there, so this wave is 3. This is a big 3, complex, but it's 3. And the structure of this wave broke below that wave. So we got a 3-3. There's only one choice, 2 choices. You either got a 3-3-5 or a 3-3-3. Which one are you looking for?
3-3-5.
That's right. And what tells you it must be 5?
It got the 5-wave impulse.
Well, but why must this be a 5? Why would we expect a 5-wave based on this structure? There's something about that structure that requires this to be a 5-wave move, or at least what you would expect.
It's extended?
Say it differently, but yes, that's the right answer. Just explain it differently. The only difference between an ABC flat and a WXY is what? This is a flat, and that's a WXY. What's the difference?
The color?
That's awesome.
A for effort. A for effort.
Class clowns. I'm going to stop teaching. I tell you what. I'm trying to teach you guys Elliott wave.
the B breaks the bottom.
Yeah, the middle wave comes 90% or more back of the first wave. So when you have a 3 wave that begins, fine. Then you have a 3 wave that's the second wave. You got 2 choices. You got a 335 flat or a 333. And how do you tell which? And it makes a difference because it really sets the expectation for what this wave is going to look like, what this last wave will be. If the B wave comes, or the second wave comes back and overtakes 90% of the first wave, then you're expecting 5. If the middle wave just comes back less than 90%, you're expecting 3. And that's just important to learn, that logic, that differentiation. And because that lets you know what wave structure, when is this wave going to be done? Well, based on what I just taught you, let's apply it. I got a 3 wave, I got a 3 wave. I should expect 5 because this B wave overtook the origin of the A wave. Change the color there just to something different. So in the C wave, then I'm looking for 5 waves. So I am looking for something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, why is that important to know that I'm expecting 5 waves as a trader? I mean, I'm in profit right now. But when do you take your profit?
At the end of 5.
At the end of 5, that's right. If you're looking for 3, you would look for 3 waves and take your profit. And so, in other words, we're using what we expect to kind of give us an idea where to take our profit. Not only that, we can pull the fibs and we can say, okay, I'm looking for 5 waves, a 5-wave structure that ends somewhere in my corrective pocket, somewhere around this zone. So that's what I'm looking for. And now I have something to watch on my chart, and as long as the structure that's forming here matches or doesn't invalidate what I'm expecting, I can stay in the trade. But as soon as I get something like that comes back and it validates this is a 5-wave move, what do I have to do? I got to go back and reevaluate my count, don't I? So it's important to have something to expect on your chart so that you can know when that wave structure breaks down, like, hey, I was expecting this, but I'm not getting that. Let me go back and reevaluate and see what else this could be if I haven't evaluated this properly. Now, I feel really good about my analysis here and the wave track, and I feel very good about it. But how many times in the past have I felt good about it and it just does something different? You know what I'm saying? So that's possible. We got to get it. We got to understand that. So anyway, I'm looking for 5 waves, and if this structure breaks down and it starts coming down here, then something's wrong with my count. We are approaching the 1-to-1 extension right now of this move, but here's the thing: I don't see a finished 5 waves. The best I can tell. I see a 1-2 when we're in the middle of the third. Look at the RSI. RSI is what kind of divergence is being made here?
Bull.
Yeah, that's a bullish divergence there. So that's good news on the 5-minute chart. On the 15-minute chart, I've still got all this upside to go. I don't have any divergence, so I'm looking for this to go up, get oversold. Remember, what wave creates it overbought? It creates the over-under. When we get way over here, way overbought or oversold, you're really high. What wave creates that? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
3, I think.
Yeah, it's the third wave. Okay, then you get a pullback, and then you get a retest of that, but it's lower, and so that's when you get the divergence between the third and the 5th wave. And that's when you take your profit. Or you can take your profit at the end of 3. That's a good safe place to do it. Give me 1 second, guys. My sun's coming out and I can't see my screen. Let me get my shade. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to get my shade up that blocks the sun when the sun sets in the evening. All right. So yeah, that's just a great structure there for studying, wave structure. And if you don't believe, Elliott wave. I mean, I know you guys are here for that, but there's Elliott wave skeptics out there, and you just look at that and you're like, well, there it is. There's something to it. It's not just nothing. Now it doesn't make it easy, but it's still excellent wave structure there. So it looks good, guys. I'm looking for 5 waves up. Okay, now let's see if we get it. It remains to be seen. Never like these candles. Oh, sorry. Going the opposite way you want the wave to go. Never like those. All right, let's look at Ethereum, see if that's forming the same kind of structure. Ethereum was tough as well, but let's just practice that again. Okay. So when you're analyzing a wave, what you do is you just look at what pops out at you at wave shape. Okay, I got a 3 there. I got a 3 there. I know that's 3 right there. That looks like 3 there. And that looks like 3 there. Okay. It's a bunch of 3s. So let's put them together now. There's a 3. It could be a W or it could be an A. Okay. This 3. I've chosen X. Why didn't I choose AB instead of why didn't I choose ABC? Why did I choose WXY for that? It's 2 reasons. You got to know the WXY count and the ABC count, and you got to know the rules for the middle wave. So what are the 2 reasons? I just gave you the
90% thing.
Yes, the second wave did not come 90%. I can look at that and tell. It came shy. It came to the 786. It came 78%, but not 90%. And it's 3 waves. So I got a 3 to start, a 3 for the second wave. Now this looks like a really big wave there, but can you see 3 in it? Sure you can. A 3, a 3, and a 3. See that 3 right there? And that 3 right there? And that 3 right there, that's a 3, 3, 3. That's a WXY in and of itself for that last wave. So that Y wave is a WXY all, by itself. That's how we would label that. Okay, so I got a nice WXY in the middle here. So the question is, what's my first wave right here? We got to go to a smaller time frame to kind of see it, because there's a wave hiding in there. There it is. See that wave hiding right there? It was hiding in the wicks. You pull the fibs on that guy. It came to a corrective fib. Okay, so that looks like an ABC to me, a zigzag. So that looks like 3 to me. Go back to the 5-minute chart. What? Where did my... Oh, there it is. I was like, where did my label go? So I got a 3 up, and then I got this as a 3 down. Now, what's the nature of that 3? That 3 in the middle has overtaken the first one. And I got a count of 3 and then 3. So what am I expecting here? Because I'm expecting after a 3, I'm expecting an up movement. How many waves am I looking for? 3 or 5?
5.
Looking for 5, and that's again applying a flat. Some of you, you know all this stuff, but hopefully you new guys are appreciating the repetition and the application of learning what flats are. So I'm looking for 5 waves like that. And that would be a 3, 3, 5. So to me, I mean, if our analysis is correct, we got a big A, B, C working. Flat. We can pull the fibs and find some targets. You want to see 5 waves finishing up somewhere. Get rid of that. Somewhere in this vicinity over here in the corrective pocket. Anywhere between the 1 to 1 and the 1414 seems like a really common target, doesn't it? This is the high probability zone, the 1 to 1 to the 1414. They can get to the 1618 and they can stop at the 786. The key is you're looking for 5 waves. So you see how we got a 1 2 here? Okay, now we're looking for the 3rd wave to continue and finish. So that kind of lets you know we got a 1 2, looking for a 3rd wave somewhere up here. 3, 4, and 5. So we're in the middle of the 3rd wave. Means we're going to probably get over here and get overbought. We're going to pull back and then do one more. Give us a divergence, and guess what we're doing when we see that divergence? Guess what I'm going to do when I see that divergence? I'm going to short. Yeah, I'm going to short it. At least that's my plan now. Unless I have a different count here. So let's talk about an alternate count. What if this right here is a 3-wave move? That's a 3-wave, and then that's a 3-wave right there. What if that's the end? Right there, and this is the beginning of a new wave to the upside. It doesn't bother me because I'm still long. I'm long here. So if that's my count as 3 waves and we go up from here, that's totally possible. Can make higher highs. So I need to be aware of that possibility. Now, why don't I like that count a whole lot? Let me see. Pull the fibs here. Came to the 786, didn't quite make the 1 to 1. I mean, I guess it could be all right. I mean, 786 is a fine corrective area, but I don't know. I feel like, we'll see. So let's see how this 5 waves develops. That's the key. How does this 5 waves develop? Where do I start with a 1 2 1 2 and then it goes really high? Okay, then that'll let me know that we probably have a finished 3-wave move on our hands, and now we go up. I was looking at the 15-minute chart, guys, and look at all the hidden bull in this chart. Pretty powerful. But right now we've got, what do we have working now? Same chart. Straight across these peaks down to there. What's that called? That means the RSI's come up higher than price has in relative to the previous peaks. The RSI is resetting faster. That's bearish divergence. It's one of the reasons I believe we're probably coming down after this 5-wave move rather than continuing up to make another high. There's some bearish divergence on this chart. So more likely to me, we'll do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finish up here. Okay. And then come on down. And this will be A, B, and then a 5-wave C. And depending on where the RSI is and what the RSI is doing in the higher time frames, that, my friends, is probably a 4th wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y'all track it? It's the same thing over and over, isn't it? It's the same thing over and over. So we'll see, guys. Did we get a higher high from where we are? Or, okay, so let's remove all the drawings there. Because we got a couple of counts here in Ethereum. We could say, you see this hidden, you see this, what is that right there? I just kind of told you.
Bull.
Yeah, that's bullish divergence. So the divergence that we see here on the 2-hour chart between this peak and that peak, what is the wave count? When do you get the divergence like that? What's the wave count for that?
4.
Yeah, it's the divergence between the 3 and the 5th wave. There's the 3rd, there's the 5th, and when you see that divergence, you know that that's the count. It confirms it. So that's wave 3. This is wave 5. That means this was wave 4 down here. So now as this is coming down, it's creating divergence again. What I'm suggesting is that we're getting this kind of move here. And that this is going to kind of come up and create divergence. So we're going to have divergence from there to there. And that's going to be a 4th wave move overall. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this 5th wave right here was the top of the 3rd wave of the larger degree. And this is a larger degree 4th wave, which usually finds its finality around the 4th of the previous degree. Does that make sense? And then we go up for a 5th. We go up for a 5th. We do not make as high a high. It creates divergence. It makes a higher high in price, but not in the RSI. Creates divergence. That means I had a 3 of the higher degree, a 4 of a higher degree, and now I got a 5th of a higher degree. And what does that mean? We're going to get a bigger short up here, down the road. If everything I've painted for you is correct. That's the way waves move. And it happens over and over and over again. In bull runs. If you can master that, you're doing really well. If you can master that. Oh, excuse me. But we're seeing, well, not yet, but it's developing. We're seeing hidden bull on the chart. I'd like to see this come up a little bit, just a little bit, and this come up a bit and create a 3rd wave here. And then we come down, and that would be boom, 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 boom. Then we get that divergence, and we go up for a 5th wave. Just repeating myself again. Okay. That's okay. All right. So there is BTC and Ethereum. Looking good. Shall we check out ADA? Yeah, let's do it. Now, I'm not sure ADA looks cooler. It looks different, a little bit simpler rather than complex. So I'm not sure here about ADA, but notice on the, let's go to the 1 hour because it was really good. 30 minutes. That's a great time frame. Perfect. Good balance. Look here. See this? Actually, I was wrong. That should be there. There it is. Okay, this looks like how many waves there? That's potentially 3 waves. It's very oversold on the 30 minute. You go to the 15 minute, very oversold. The 10 minute, very oversold. 5 minute, very oversold. Okay? My problem is how it's coming up. I'm not a fan. I got 3 waves down. I got 3 waves up. Looks like I've got, best I can see, this is 3 waves down as well. It's just really ugly. You pull the fibs, we've hit the 1-to-1. Small time frame. We do have divergence there, so that's, we know that's a fourth, that's a third, and this is a fifth. So as long as this breaks to the upside impulsively, we're good to go. Because I would expect after 3 waves like this, I guess I'll label this a W, X, and a Y. And then as long as this is finished, we should be looking for some kind of impulse to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whether it makes a higher high or just goes up as a smaller impulse, as an A wave or something of some kind. Could this, so that's the way it looks right there, 3 waves. Is it possible, however, hold on 1 second, guys, getting a move here on BTC that coming back to my position, so let me take a peek at it here. Getting oversold here on the 2 minute, pretty good. I'm going to pull the fibs right here and not stress out. Just going to pull the fibs. We're wicking at the 1618. We've crossed that trend line, but if all we do is wick it, we'll be all right. Look on some other charts here. Ethereum looks good. It's fine. 88 looks all right too. That looks like 5, 3. That looks like a 3-wave move back. This looks like an entry long. If you wanted to go long on BTC, it might be a potential entry long. This structure could be a 1, 2, and a 1, 2. And a big wave is coming. If that's a 1, 2, 1, 2. What else could it be? If this is 3 waves and that's 3 waves, we could be getting another 3 wave, and I'd have to revisit my count. I'd have to reevaluate that. Here's a little nugget for you. You know how you always feel like they always come back to your position, like they just did to me? Felt like, they just, it's like it feels personal. I was noticing, I mean, it's something I've seen before, but it's just something I can articulate to you based on today's action. We had a finished wave structure right there. And what was the finished structure right there? That was a flat. Okay? So, I entered long right here. That was my first entry, first bullet, or in this range. See, we don't always nail the bottom. Sometimes we see the first wave go up, and then we react. So we end up getting in here or here or here, okay, in that ballpark, which is fine. This came up, and look, it came back down in 3 waves. And where did it come back to? Where traders got into the... And so what do a lot of traders do when price comes back to them? They'll cut their trades. That's liquidity. So they bring price back, and when they bounce off of it, you feel good about it. You're like, hey, I'm all right. This is fine. But then when they come back and then they overtake it, that hits stop losses of traders that entered the trade right here down. There are some people that it looked pretty good. Oh, it's going my way again. If they're just playing price action, right? Because it went past their position. They're in profit again until it takes them out deeper, and then that's all they can stand. But notice what happens. Then they bring it back up to the same location. And then they reject off of it again. Oh, crap. Again, every time it comes to that location, it creates an emotion and it creates liquidity among the traders. And it all started with what? This setup move right there. This was the finished pivot. And there are a bunch of trades in this area. There's some that went short on this retest. Some that went long maybe on this one. Whatever. But there's longs and shorts in here. And this coming back to it gives those traders emotions within that environment. And it also causes liquidity. In this area, this is a great place for exchange and market makers to make a bunch of money in just orders, stop outs. Constantly stop. How many times have you been stopped out today? Now, I held through it, but somebody I think was mentioning they're stopped out 3 times today, trying to find direction. And why do you think they have these big swings like this? Why are they doing that? Because traders are finding direction, trying to trade within that environment. I don't know. I just thought I'd mention that to you, show you why support and resistance zones. And so you can see this zone right here is so key. It's what we call liquidity zone. Right there. It's where people were taking trades and they come back to it, go through it, just hit it and hit it and hit it and hit it, go through it, come back, go through it, come back. And there's emotional and I've lived through that. I mean, could I have taken profit up here? Yeah. Could I have taken profit up here and up here? Would I have made? Yeah, I would have made money. But that's not the profit I want. I want more profit. I want more money, right? And so I'm waiting for these upper targets up here. But that's why we lose money, and that's why we're in the profit, a lot of times. But but we're waiting for bigger moves, and then we never get it. It ends up the bigger move goes the other way, and we're like, oh crap, you know. So we're looking for this move, and then we're looking for that move. Maybe. I don't know. Hopefully that's helpful in just at least understanding what's happening here and why often your stop outs feel personal. Or not personal. You're just one of the many traders that reacted to these signals in here, all these pivots and such. And it's what they do.
The next YZ. The Z is for shenanigans.
Nice. The first reaction is very rarely the real one. Guys, remember that. They often react. They come down fast and then react. They rarely just go straight up. No, usually they'll come back and break that low, go to the next fib level, or even like form a flat right here. They'll come down like ADA is doing, like feels like it's doing right now. ADA will do 3 waves. They'll go up really fast, and it looks like it's reversing, but it's just really a flat right here. And then they come down, take that out. But what does the flat do? It gets your emotions. Oh, it's going my way. I'm good. And then when they come and take all that out, you feel really bad about it, and you let go of your trade. But that's when they really reverse. It's all psychology, guys. It's all psychology. So remember that. Learn this. This is how you get shaken out of trades. What did this do right here? What did this little section do for you? Every time it went up, if you're trying to take a long down here, which is good. You got a 3-wave move, it seems, right? Take a long down here. That makes sense. So it goes up, you're feeling good. It comes back, you're like, oh crap. It goes up, you feel good. You come back, oh crap. And then, you know, it's trying, and every time it goes up, you're feeling all right until finally you're like, one of these times it's going to break up, and it doesn't. It actually breaks down, takes you out. You're like, crap, and you let go of it down here because your emotional state's not good, and then boom. But in the Discord, you know, I said, guys, if that's a triangle, this thing's going to fly. And sure enough, how did I know that was going to fly if it was a triangle? Where do triangles get found? Lots of Elliott wave learning in this live, guys. Where's the triangle? What wave? There's only 3 waves it can be in.
Fourth, the X, and the third option's not coming to me.
A B wave.
B.
Yeah. So in an ABC, it could be the B wave. In a WXY, it can be the X wave. Or in an impulse, it can be the 4th wave. So, but you know it's the last wave right before the end. This is a 4th wave triangle. Why? Because you just had a 5th. So I'm counting this as an A, B, and then that's C. And you got 1, 2, 3, that's 4, and then 5. And that's an ABC. One might argue that that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if that is, then this is 3 waves back and we're going down deeper. But I don't think so. Because this broke that high. You can't have a B wave when you have a 5 wave A wave. Now what this could be, I guess, and this would be really tricky of them, but this is what makes trading hard. This could be an A, that could be B, and we could be getting a C wave that comes down and retests this, and the 2 I bring over here. So either this is a 1-2, 1-2, and it's getting ready to go up, or this is going to form 5 waves, and it's coming down here, and it could be a 3-wave move, 5, 3, 5. Or no, sorry, that's incorrect. A 3, 3, and a 5. ABC. We don't have the same structure, however, in BTC. That's ADA. This has this didn't break that high, did it? Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. But yeah, it can break the high. It just can't break the low of. It can't break this. If this is 1-2, this can't break that low. So those are some options there. This could go up from here or come down to here. We'll pull the fibs and get a target. Yeah, the 1-1, 127 are inside this. So I would expect one of these. I would expect probably this target right here if we're going to come down here. It would suck, but that's possible, and it can still go up from there. That would make sense, wouldn't it? We got an hour and 7 minutes before end of the day shenanigans. Whew. It's a bummer. Sometimes I just wish they would do it simply. Just make it easy on me. Make the count easy. This was looking so good until it just stopped and did that trash. Now this is all difficult to understand. That can be a 1-2, 1-2, and this goes up for a big wave. But that's what has to happen. That's what I would expect if that's a 1-2, 1-2. If this continues down, okay, then my entire idea of this being an impulse wave is just gone. That I have to totally reinterpret all this stuff here. Okay, let me give you another interpretation. So it's forcing me to, this wave structure is forcing me to think again, even though I have bullish divergence on the hidden bull in the 2 minute, and I have a good reason to believe this is probably going to go up. The moment this comes down and breaks this low right there, I do not have any possibility of this being an impulse wave. And if that's not an impulse wave, I cannot count this like a flat. That is not my expectation. In fact, I'm starting to believe now that this is not a flat, that it's something else, based upon that wave coming down like it did. So now what else could it be? What if this is a finished 3 waves? And this is the first 3-wave move of something like this. Or we get a flat, something like this wave right here. See how we kind of got that structure right there? Right there, same kind of deal. This goes up in 3, might come down in 5, and that would be 3, 3, and we can get another 3. And this would then be a 3-wave move, a 3-wave move, and we could get a 5-wave move. So there you go. That's another complex possibility. Dag on it. But do you understand why I'm shifting to that a little bit? Because the wave structure that I'm getting is not lining up very well with an impulse wave. Unless this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, and we get a giant wave to follow. So if that's a 1, 2, 1, 2, I'm expecting a big impulse coming soon. But if that happens, and we start getting an impulse that gets up here and breaks this high, then I'm going to start looking at this as a finished 3-wave move. That this is an impulse going to break the high. Then I got to look at the wave structure again. And come up with a larger count that's different than I have right now. So if that begins happening, what do I got? Is my flat still in play? Yeah, just taking us up to the 1618 instead. This could be the 4th wave of a really big 4th wave of a 5th. So, in summary, I know that's a lot, guys, but hopefully it's meaningful in some way. In summary, I've got a 3. I got a 3 up. This was 3, and this looks like 5. This looks like a flat to me. So I'm expecting, I'm not letting go of my long, even though I'm now a little bit in the negative. I'm not letting go of it because that looks too much like a flat. I got the RSI bottoming out while price is not. That's divergence on the 2-minute chart. That's good. Let me pull the fibs on that move. We're sitting around the 1618. I don't want to see it much deeper, but flats can get to the 2618, so it's not horrible right now to consider this as a flat. So either I have a 3 and then a 3, and then I'm looking for another 3 up. Now, it's not very proportional, but this could be a 3, 3, and then could get another 3 down. I don't like that count much. Or this could become complex. Or we get a 3 up and a 5 down, and that becomes a flat in the middle that comes and retests this area, and then we get a pump tonight or tomorrow morning. A, B, C. Or, yeah. And that would still be the same count that I had, just elongating it more. I think that's probably what's happening. My final bias is that count right there. I'm looking for this trash right here. I'm going to trade it. We'll see if it, I got to be careful though. But so what I want to see right now, I want to see this structure right here recreated again. Boom. I want to see that. Something like that. So if I see a 3 wave up here that looks like it's starting to reverse, I'm taking my profit. And I'll scalp short that 5th wave down because it's going to be fast like this one was. Boom. And I'll expect it to get back down to here somewhere. And then I'm looking for 5 up. And that's when I'll get the long there. So I'm going to take my profit. My plan right now, if I'm correct, if the wave structure does something like this, I'm going to take my profit, I'm going to short, I'm going to long. Now, we've got to see if that plays. That looks pretty good.
Sweet. Bada, bada, bada.
So if we come back up, I'll be happy boy right here. All right. Isn't it fun? Play with complex corrections, guys. Isn't it fun? This is what Saturdays are all about.
Too much fun.
But it lets you practice what 5s and 3s are and what WXYs are and ABCs are. Flats, you know what I mean? It lets you practice. It's great learning here. Great learning. I'm going to save that right there. Let's see what happens. And wouldn't it... All right, dude, guys, I can totally see it. I can even time it. Guys, here's what's going to happen. Between now and the end of the day, this wave's going to happen. And then at 7 o'clock, which is 1 hour from now, that wave's going to happen. And then it's going to play around here for a bit to finish out this wave. And then we're going to get this overnight. It's going to trend up overnight and into tomorrow. And then we're going to have a Monday dump. I don't know. Or all that could happen. I don't know how long it's going to take. But I can see that plausibility here for the... it may take a lot longer to play out. Shoot, if that plays. This may take all night to play out for this wave to go up. Who knows? This wave right here took 1500. That's 3 o'clock. 3 hours to finish up. If indeed it's finished. Trying to clean it up a little bit. Ugh. Makes me mad. They jerk you around so much, it just makes it hard. They wear you down.
You said psychological, right?
No doubt. Three. That looks a lot like 3 down. Daggone it. Stop, why don't you? Let's do one other thing here. Is there any way to count this straight down from here? Because that's just the wave structure doesn't seem like it to me, but let me see if there's a way to count this straight down from here. See what they do to you here? They come and make a low and then they reject kind of, and then they just take it out really slowly and they just keep showing you red candles and they just inch the price down just ever so, like at the end it's just like, and you just get the feeling, oh, it's never going to stop. They're just going to keep this thing's just going to go and go and go and go and go and go, and then all of a sudden it wicks and reverses. That's what they do to you. Don't think that's not designed. It is. But this is clearly a corrective wave that broke the high. That tells me flat. This is the shape of a flat. I'm not moving off of that. I can't move off of that. I guess I'll have to move off of it if it continues down, right? But right now I'm having a hard time coming off it. I've worked so hard on this wave all day. To end up getting, if I get it wrong, I'm going to be so disappointed. To end up getting it wrong. Just like, I worked hard on that wave. That's what happened the other day. When it broke up, I was working hard with those waves. I felt like I had it, and then it just broke to the upside. I was like, heart-wrenching. I'm trying to see this down, but I can't see anything other than a flat right here. I don't think that's going to play, but 3, 3, 3. That would be horrible. And then that move, talk about a liquidity hunt. Double flats, guys. Would that not stink? Would that just not crush your spirit? It'd crush mine. So, you see this flat right here? Okay. I'm sorry, let's try again. That flat right there. Now what if that's 3 down, 3 up? It's ugly at the top, and then 5 down here. Connected by this little wave right there. And that becomes a double correction, WXY. All right, and then the count is still this. If that happens, the count is still W, X, and then Y. Still looking for that. But it's got to be an impulse. It's got to be 5 waves fast. So that's another idea that during the end of the day, this just trends down here until the daily close, and then it shoots up really fast, or trends up tonight. My brain hurts. It's nearly impossible to predict these corrective waves. Let me look at ADA for a minute. What are you doing? Three. Okay, ADA could be making that flat I was telling you about. 3 down. 3 down. 3 up. Now we go 5. We don't break the bottom. And then we go up. It's not looking very reversalist right now, is it? In fact, the 1 minute RSI is resetting, but price isn't doing nothing. Okay, in conclusion, it's an I don't know burger. Let me look at ETH here. ETH looks like it's wanting to fall down. Hasn't hit the 1-to-1 yet. The way I pulled the fibs. Yep, there goes BTC. Man, still looks like a flat. That see my this is so compelling to me. Right here, this being a flat right here. That I can't see a diagonal. That looks like a flat to me. And so it needs to turn around and go up. So either we come down to here and make a bigger flat, or we had that other idea that I had that we actually go up in 3, and then come down at the close. And that would be a flat as well. And then we go up tomorrow. And Monday maybe. Sunday and Monday pump. Oh, that's good. See what they do here? Again, I just told you, it's just a red candle after red candle, and then they just keep showing you these red candles real slow, and it's like
That's why I changed my candle colors.
it's like here I'm going down, and they could be going down, and that's sometimes hard to tell the difference between when they're going down or not. But to me, the structure looks like it needs to go up from here, but they can't give it away too fast. They've got to make this look like it's going down, down, down. See, I broke the low. I broke the low. I broke the low. Lower lows, lower highs. But I look at this and I'm thinking, oh, I see 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks done to me. So this looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, and that looks like 5. And this looks like A, B, and a C wave. That looks like a C wave that's done. It should be going up. I got divergence between the 3rd here and the 5th here. I got divergence between the 3rd and the 5th of the final wave. I got double divergence there. This should go up. That's a long. Anybody wants to take it? What's the stop? If it breaks the last low, how close is your stop? Super close. Or you can give it a little bit of room, let it break the last low, and fire a small bullet. So I mean that's an example of a long entry. If you wanted to trade this wave to the upside. All right. Well, guys, I've exhausted my mental capacity today, and my voice is feeling weak. You guys, lots of ideas here. At the end of the day, I don't have any knowledge. I just have ideas. As far as what's knowledge meaning, I don't know where it's going, but got ideas. So here's one idea. We come down here, and this finishes a flat. The flat that finishes is right here. 3. Oh, come on. 3, 3, and 5. And that's actually a double flat right there. A W, X, and then a Y. And then after that's finished, we go up. We start going up. Another idea. So I'll save that. Another idea was that we get a similar structure. See, we got. I'm seeing this as a flat right here, and so I'm seeing this similar to that wave right there. We need a 3 wave to the upside, and then a 5 wave down. And that would be a 3, 3, and then we get a 5 up. And so the X wave comes back here, that wave comes there, and this becomes a flat to the upside for our Y wave. Those are my favorite two ideas that I presented. Other than that, we just go straight down from here. We're just going down. And I'm on crack. But I don't see the down count. Everything looks corrective to me. But trade safe, use stops, don't over risk yourself. You'll be fine. Well, see all the bullish divergence here on that chart? It's just so powerful. I know it's 1 minute, but still. Look at it on the 3 minute. 5 minutes, not as strong, but 3 minute. It's XRP. No, it's ETH, sorry. ETH. I guess they could wipe out that divergence with a really, really deep move. Again, that's one of my options, a really deep move. I don't want the deep move. I want this one, then that one. Because I'm already long. Yeah, hidden divergence here on this chart. It's nothing to write home about, but it's there.
Seems a lot pretty super deep on XRP.
Yeah, but this looks kind of like a flat here, so you'd expect it to be. See that right there? It's making a flat, but it's just a correct. Oh, come on. It's just a corrective wave, and it's getting ready to go up after this 3-wave move. So maybe we're waiting for XRP to finish. Three, 3, 5. ADA. Same thing, ADA. It's coming down, giving us that. But BTC is just kind of holding its place, you know, staying there, which I like. I like that. I like that. Yeah, and what do you expect in a flat? What's the last wave? How many waves?
Five?
Yeah. So either the 3 is here, and that's 4, and we're getting the 5th now. Kind of looks like a diagonal a little bit. And in this last wave, I see you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3-wave running flat right there. There it goes. Finally. Gave that final impulse, or starting to finally impulse. finishing up. So yeah, so this looked like ADA looked like an impulse off the bottom. Looked like 3 waves was done, but they went up in 3 waves and then came back down in 5. Looks like they made a flat correction, maybe for this wave. It's coming down to the 1618 area. Should be reversing around. It's oversold. Hidden bull. BTC is just kind of holding its place here as it's flat. And come on, give me a big old pop out of here. Looks good. I mean, the counts look good. Are y'all starting to see the importance, though, of charting them all together? And you can kind of tell when the waves are ending. Is that coming through a little bit? How I go back and forth between these counts. I do individual analysis on all of them, but then I work together to see how the counts are coming together to finish a structure that I'm aware of or that I know, together at the same time, so that they begin moving, because they all generally move the same direction at the same time for the most part. You see, this gave us the look, oh, we're going down, 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 this is never going to stop, and then all of a sudden you get that kind of green can. Guys, just learn that stuff. Learn that. It'll help you with some patience. This may be they may do that and then retake it out before they give you the final verdict, but they do that kind of stuff all the time. Pay attention to the RSI when it's this oversold. See the divergence it created right there? But Jim, they can take that out. Yeah, they can. But if that's the way you think, I mean, we always have that in the back of our mind. But the overall wave structure is just so corrective. It just needs to go up. Okay, 2 ways it can go up. Three ways it can go up. Well, there you go. There's our analysis, guys. That's what I'm looking at. Could be wave 4, or it could be the end and it's the reversal. Either way, we'll hit the 1-to-1. Might be one more hit to the low, but maybe not. It's always hard to tell if they're going to do that or not. "30 minutes, still shenanigans." Any other charts or questions you guys have? I didn't look at LTC. I can take a peek at that real fast. Looks finished. Got a 1 and a 2. Or an A and a B. I'm looking for something like this, maybe. And then once that plays out, maybe a deeper move down. Oh, what's that, guys? Look at that. What would that be? What do y'all call that formation?
Line with circle.
Head and shoulders?
Knees and toes.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. All right, keep studying your WXYs and your ABCs, gal. And have a great, great evening. Hope you enjoyed that live. I hope it wasn't too boring for you. Hope it's entertaining and learning a lot and all that jazz.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah. Have a great, great evening, and we'll see you around. I'll get that uploaded for anybody that missed it.